What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We're doing some gap fills today. Before we get to that, I just have a few gap fills to open, but I thought I'd share a little story like I always do. My grocery store, oddly enough, has like stacked itself with Mattel stuff. It's like Halloween ended, they moved all the candy out and then replaced that candy with toys. There's premium power grabs, main lines, dump bins. Like, it's bizarre at my grocery store. Barbie, like all kinds of Mattel products, and I don't ever recall that taking place before. But anyway, I stopped into the grocery store on my way to work to grab something for dinner because I was working a night rotation, and I noticed this change. So I was like, whoa, I should take a minute and look around. So who remembers the Acura Integra Type R from Matchbox? This came to me via trade deal from Joe over at Ignition, and this car has eluded me. I've never seen this car until Joe sent me one, and then oddly enough at the grocery store, and we all know how I feel about these. Dang, dude. Look at that. New for 2025. Acura Integra Type R Matchbox Power Grab. So, I'm not gonna open that. I'm just gonna let that simmer. But that's killer. And this might be back here. This might be how I kind of display this car for right now, is the OG one loose on top of a sealed one in a power grabs. Because power grabs are rare here. I don't even understand why my grocery store would have had them, but I'm not mad about it. So that was awesome. And then in a recent video, you saw me open the blue SL63 Mercedes in that, I don't know if it's like a European set or whatever. It's like a 5-car set that hit Walmart recently. It had the BMW M5 in it, that SL63, I think the Opel Kadett, just a bunch of carry forwards. But anyway, I got this from Joe at Ignition, which is the first release of that SL63. Pretty sure it's the first release. I give bad information. So there's that one to go with that blue one. And then I bumped into this one at the Dollar Tree. Or, yeah, whatever. I think it was a Dollar Tree. One of the dollar stores. So, very cool. Again, I'm not a convertible guy, but it's pretty killer. So, yeah, I'll show you those quickly, and then I think we're gonna move on to these collectors gap fills. If you pay attention to the board back here, it's I rotated everything forward. So there's an empty case right here prepared for Matchbox Collectors 2026. So the 25s move to here. Along the top row are the 4 cars that came out in the Replay the Classics set for 2025. And then the other 20 cars of the series will fill that box. Here's where I'm torn. I have the entire 2025 Collectors Series set, except for 2 cars. Number 12 and number 13, I believe, which is the Cadillac Coupe de Ville and the Honda Accord. I did look on eBay. It looks like that Cadillac is, if I get it from there, I'm going to overpay a little bit, but not unreasonable. I can probably get that shipped to me for about 10 or 11 bucks, which is, that's kind of hefty, but, I might be willing to pull the trigger on that. The Honda Accord, on the other hand, is, man, I don't know. I've seen that thing on eBay for anywhere around $100, or people try to milk you, which I don't understand how eBay works if you could set your own shipping prices, but you might be able to find that Honda Accord for 20 bucks, but then they try to milk you a little extra and then charge you like 20 to 25 bucks for shipping. And I mean, I've sent enough cars in my day in trade deals to know that it doesn't cost 25 bucks to ship one car to somebody in the US. I can promise you that. So, I don't know, man. That Accord is gonna be tough. I mentioned that I was doing the night rotation at work. I stopped into the Big Blue Box store on my way home from work this morning because I get off about the time that they open. And they were doing a restock, and there was a Matchbox Collectors sealed case on the pallet. And I was like, oh, yes, it's my lucky day. So I asked the nice lady, ma'am, could we open that? There's possibly 2 cars in there that I am really, really looking for. And she was super nice and was like, yeah, no problem. And she opened it, and it was cars 15 through 20. And I was like, ugh. So didn't work out, but I was this close, but I already had those. So I said, thank you for opening that. I don't need any of those. I have them. And she hung them all on the pegs. So the search continues. Cadillac Coupe de Ville, Honda Accord for 2025. I don't know. I was waiting to do that show. I was gonna do one long episode and unbox all 20 in one show. So it's only November. I could still maybe get it done by 2025 if I find those 2 cars. So I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, what are we doing today? I've got 2 gap fills from 2022 Collector Series and 1 gap fill from 2023. So I've got car number, what are we doing here? Sorry. Car number 14 from 2022 is the 21 Ford Bronco, which I think looks awesome. We'll crack them in close. Also from 2022, car number 19 is the 2016 Chevy Corvette Stingray, which is killer. And then, look, okay, that's a race car. I get it. But here at the Diecast Daily Driver, Matchbox Moving Parts and Matchbox Collectors Series there's no rules there. I'm a completionist. When it comes to moving parts and it comes to the Collector Series, I want full sets. So, if we didn't touch on that, Matchbox Moving Parts 2025, I have all 50. And then I did get 2 of the 4 Super Chases. The Monte Carlo and the Land Rover Gen 2 pickup. So two Super Chases I'm missing. That was the BMW, I forget what it is, CSL or something. The BMW one, and then there was one other. I don't remember what it was now. But anyway, so I basically completed that except for 2 Super Chases, which is cool. And I'm 2 cars away from completing 2025. And you already saw the video. Right there. Over here. 2024 Collectors Series set. So, cool. And then the last gap fill we're going to look at, speaking of the Super Chase Monte Carlo and moving parts, the Monte Carlo for 2023. And you'll notice here, 21 of 22. These are 20 car sets. I'm not sure how it works, but like cars number, I could have this wrong, but like cars number 14 and 15 of this set were never issued. They're like blank non-issue slots in the wiki. And then I don't know why they don't just do the renumber, but they went to 22 cars instead, but then didn't issue 2. So this is being 21 of 22 is actually car number 19, if that makes sense. Kind of odd. And they've done that a couple of times in years prior, but I don't have an explanation. Let's zoom in and look at some stuff. All right, so we'll start with this 2016 Chevy Corvette Stingray, number 19 of 20. This is from 2022 series, Matchbox Collectors. And check that out. I'll quickly show you the box. Very nice artwork. And then one thing they got away from was this blueprint kind of deco on the box. They quit doing this in 2025, which is kind of unfortunate because I like the little blueprint drawing. It's cool to me. So here's our car, 2016 Chevy Corvette Stingray, number 22. This potentially is modeled after an actual car, possibly a pace car or a car that actually raced. I do not know, but rubber tires. Looks like we have a moving part in an opening hood possibly, and very, very cool colors, red, white, and blue. Looks quite good. Matchbox. Super fast. There's your M. That's the logo you find on Super Chase pieces, so it's kind of cool to see it here. Number 22, Matchbox. And then the front. That's kind of tough to tell. I don't think that's a metal base. That's plastic base, but there's your base. And then opening hood. Maybe we can shine a light here. Quite a bit of detail there. Corvette. Interior looks good. Look at that. Steering wheel's pretty mid, but I wonder why he's running a laptop. And then what do we have in the back? Is that a hunting rifle? Like, that's like a soft case for a hunting rifle. What's this guy up to? Next up, we'll do our 2021 Ford Bronco. This one in black, pretty good looking livery. Two-door, which I'm a fan of. My wife drives an Outer Banks 2022 Ford Bronco four-door in black. Pretty cool car, but in terms of, I feel like the dudes, when it comes to Broncos and Jeeps, should be driving two doors, and four doors are for the ladies. Come out of there. And again, I will quickly show you the box. Nice artwork. There's your blueprint. Very cool. And then here is our Bronco in black. I like the black theme with the colorway on the side. Looks really good. Again, collectors get you rubber tires. This one looks like opening doors. Not all collectors give you a moving part, but this one does. Very nice looking. Front end looks great. Bronco. Matchbox. I think that's like the Sasquatch logo, possibly. There's your M, Ford Performance, Brembo, spare tire, emblems. There's your base, and then opening doors. Two-door, no back seat, center console, triple cup holder. Make it make sense, folks. Make it make sense. Let that spin one time with the doors open. Good looking Bronco. I like that a lot. And then our last one, this for 2023, the 70 year, we have our 88 Chevy Monte Carlo LS in blue. This one, very low rider-ish. Kind of like the moving parts Super Chase was in orange, only this one in blue. And again, I will quickly show you the box. Car number 21, which is actually car number 19. There's your stencil diagram, blueprint, I guess. And check that out. That blue is awesome. I like the wheel choice. This does give you a chrome base, which is fine. I don't mind. Lots of deco across the top of the car. But headlights and grille are done. Tail lights and the back are done. Looks like we get a plate. Probably says Monte Carlo. This is the highlight for me. I don't like the door gaps. We've discussed that before, about when they do moving parts doors, the gaps just kind of take a little bit away from the car. But look at all that. Deco. Whoa, almost dropped her. Opening doors. Blue interior. See the chrome base and the pedals down there. Grille and headlights. Tail lights, Monte Carlo. Very badass. All right, so looking at the cars that I have for 2022 collectors. We got our Bronco today, which is car number 14. So that one goes there, which is nice. And then still need 15. There's 16, 17, 18. And then car number 19 is our Corvette that we got today. So that one gets to live there. Very cool. And then moving up here to my 2023 Collectors Series box. I have all of these. We're getting much closer to completing this. And then now we have Armani, which is car number 21 of 22. But like I said, it's a 20 car set. 2 cars somewhere in the middle didn't get issued. So this is actually car number 19 and goes right there. And then 2024, we did that whole video. And then 2025, there's the 4 Replay the Classics. I have everything but 12 and 13. Again, the Coupe de Ville and the Accord. So hoping to acquire them so we can do that video soon. And then this case is ready for 2026 and whatever will come out next year. We're prepared. All right, so pretty cool stuff, honestly. The gap fills are awesome, and I've got more, so we'll get to those in an order that I don't know. When I feel it's time to do a gap fill video, I do a gap fill video. But our SL63s that we looked at, they go in this Mercedes box. Here's that blue one I was telling you about. The whole hide my face and try to get a focal, it's not a thing. So you get to see my ugly mug and a blurry car. Yes. But anyway, those live here. There's the blue one. There's this burnt orangish colored one. This one. And then I have a couple others. This one is the 230 SL. Mercedes convertible. And it's first release in white. And then this old badass 500 SL with the 8 dots. Working suspension too. Thing rolls like a dream. They don't make them like this anymore. Tooling copyright 1990. Banger. So that's going to do it. I do appreciate all of you watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Do all the things. Yeah. We're having fun growing collections. So we'll see you in the next one. You guys take care.